Hello everyone, hope you have an amazing day and welcome to my new blog. So today we discuss about what is project management framework and how to choose a framework. So project management has gained increasingly transactions in the industry and rightly so thanks to the project management framework. Project managers can plan projects systematically and strategically, meet deadlines, and most importantly, not just meet but exceed client expectations also. So, in simple word, a project management framework refers to a set of methods, procedures, and rules that relate to and cover the entire life cycle of the project. Essentially, a project management framework defines a project's charter, scope, and purpose by uh, specifying the process, steps, and actions needed to execute the project from initiations to delivery. So, thus, a project management framework includes a host of interconnected processes and methods also. Now, project management framework process we discuss in details right now. A project management framework covers both micro and macro phases of the PM life cycle. So, since all the processes, tasks, roles, and checklists are integrated within a well structured framework, PM framework gives greater control to project manager, to administrator, monitor, or executive project successfully. So project manager use a project management framework to plan, schedule, implement, monitor, and also terminate the five major phases of project management life cycle, including. So now project management framework. Initiation, project managers work with other worker, with other concerned stakeholders also to evaluate and determine the value and feasibility of the project. Now planning, scope, schedule, budget, resources and risks are discussed in the phase to develop a project plan. Execution, project executive follow the developed plan in this stage to keep the development in organizations. Performance control, project execution process gets evaluated in this phase by means of KPIs like project objectives, qualify deliverable, cost monitoring, overall project and performance, etc. in organization. Now, last not the least, closure. The promised project deliverables are handled to the client, by handover to the client, and for validation. A final closure meeting is also held to discuss the overall experience and to choose all project accounts also. Now, initiation. The first phase of the PM framework is the initiation of the project. In this stage, project managers, along with the other relevant stakeholders involved in the project, evaluate and determine the value and feasibility of the project. The two key tools used by the project managers in this stage are business case documents and feasibility study also. Now planning. The project planning stage begins as soon as the initiation phase is approved by all the stakeholders involved in a project. So this is where the project manager plans the details of the project, including its scope, schedule, budget, resources and risks also. Execution. As the name suggests, the execution phase is where the plans are put to the test. In this stage, the entire PM team aim to ensure that all the required deliverables are created and completed in due times. So stage involves frequent team meetings to discuss project progress, development updates and performance report also. Now performance control. The fourth phase involves around monitoring and controlling the project execution performance results. In this phase, PM along with the team measures the project progression and performance while ensuring that everything progresses according to the plan. So the KPIs used in this phase include project objectives, quality, deliverables, cost, monitoring, and overall project performance also in organizations. Termination. The project comes to the closure phase once all the deliverables are handed over to customer or client. After the customer and client has validated and signed off the project as complete, the PM holds a final closure meeting with the team and stakeholders to discuss the experience and close project accounts also. Now we discuss about benefits of using a project management framework. So a project management framework can bring 5 major benefits to the table, thereby completely redefining how projects are handled, executed, and delivered. The 5 major benefits of a project management frameworks are sorry, now we discuss about this. Consistency. One of the most significant benefits of the PM framework is imparting consistency to the project planning and execution, since a project management framework puts strict emphasis on detailed project planning. The overall approach is consistent and well defined. Consistency further help to bring precision and clarity to the project. So now clarity, we discuss about this. In this initial stage itself, a PM framework defines and explains the scope of a project to everyone involved in the project. So this leaves no space for confusion and ambiguity, as a result of which the project continues to progress according to the plan. So since the team members know what exactly they need to do at each stage, so the end results are much more coherent and improved also. Now collaboration. A PM framework readily involves all the stakeholders in a project. So right at the beginning until the project reaches the final termination, it encourages collaboration between the members of the PM team and the stakeholders also. As a result, everyone involved in the project hopes so for a cohesive and collaboration approach. So this is not only helps to finish the project at the desired pace, but also significantly improves the quality of the end product. Now, continuity. Since everything is well defined and planned up front, a project management framework is all about continuity and efficiency also. Thanks to a planning integration, projects can move smoothly from the initiation phase to the termination point. So furthermore, the PM framework facilitates a smooth transaction among both new experienced participants, while it improves the learning curve of new members in the PM team. So it strengthens the knowledge of experienced member. Thus, when a project is completed and new project is about to begin, the team members can seamlessly hop on board with the new project, since the core framework remains in the same. Now communication. The project manager, the PM team, and the stakeholders are all involved closely in a project, and the line of communications always remains open among them. Each stage of the PM framework involves all of them working closely with one another to determine the scope and the purpose of the project. And also all the processes includes the same. The higher communications, coordination among all the stakeholders, or the smoother is the project workflow. Now, how to choose a project management framework? When it comes to choosing a project management framework, it can get overwhelming as the choices are many. However, it does not have to have a nerve working decision. So how you can choose the right project management framework for your project. Number one, evaluate the scope and size of the project at hand. The size and the scope of the project are two major uh, major determinants of your choice of a PM framework. A project can be massive, requiring cross-functional team to work on them, and can last up to several years, or it can be a small one requiring around 3 to 4 people working on it for a short period. With large and more complex project require an extended lifetime to collaborate approach to project planning. So adaptive PM framework like Agile are best suited for such projects. So on the other hand, smaller projects with less complicated requirement can be well with rigid methodologies such as waterfall methodology, since there will be no need to change the business requirement to a great extent. Now make a list of potential PM frameworks. Once you have defined the scope and the size of your project, don't dive in straight with the strict choice of a PM framework. Instead, make a short list of all the possible PM frameworks that can get well with your project. Now, put them against one another and weigh their pros and cons. The aim is to find the framework that can best suit your project needs. So your goals is to accomplish the best possible results while minimizing the risks. Now acquire buy-in from your team. Although you may have found the one still talking about PM framework, so for your project you cannot be sure that all your teammates will back your choice entirely. This is usually due to different individuals' perspectives and viewpoints. However, as an able leader, it is your job to listen to the viewpoints of your team members and then get buy-in of your choice. If you don't acquire buy-in from your team, needless to say, there will be conflicts in the team and hence the project won't process smoothly. Now verify your choice. After you and your teammates have agreed on the PM framework, you must verify the feasibility of the choice. To do so, you can start by comparing the success rate the PM framework by assessing the process and performance results of previous projects delivered through the same framework. As the project progresses, ask feedback from your team to see the PM framework is helping boost their efficiency and if it is improving the quality of the product. Finally, you must conduct a self-assessment test as a project manager to check if the PM framework allows you to manage the team and stakeholders efficiently. So now we discuss about the project management in details. So project management is a use of specific knowledge, skills, tools and techniques to deliver something of value to people. The development of software for an improved business process, to constructions of a building, the relief effort after a natural disaster, the expansion of sales into a new geographic market. These are all examples of projects. So what is project? To understand project management, we must look deeper into what constitutes a project. Essentially, projects are temporarily efforts to create value through unique products, services, or processes. Some projects are engineered to quickly resolve problems. Another requires extended timelines to produce outcomes that will not need major improvement outside of project maintenance like public highways, etc. Now we discuss in a brief discussion on PMI framework for project management. So the study on PMI way of thinking of project management. So having working a project context, throughout my whole career, I always thought that a project management is like a art whereby you learn it by doing it, or some call it on the job training, that is OJT. It is no doubt the OJT may be the fastest way to perform the actual works, but sometimes the drawback is the lack of understanding of the overall picture. So it is interesting to know how PMI managed to put a project management processes into a framework and give the member a bird eye overall picture on how a project is run in organization. So PMI way of project management emphasize a lot on planning processes. Implementing them would means a bigger paperwork exercises. However, done properly, it would a project to be less reliance to the project manager itself during project execution also. So from PMI point of view, a project management activities could be divided into 47 processes which are mapped into 5 process groups and 10 knowledge areas. So the process groups are initiating, planning, executing, monitoring and control, and closing. The knowledge areas are integration management, scope management, cost management, time management, quality management, HR management, communication management, risk management, procurement management, stakeholder management. End of story. I personally still believe that practicing project management would still the only way to be an expert in project management. However, having an understanding of PMI framework of project management would certainly help in putting all the know how expertise in a more organized and procedural manner. So that's for the video, my friends. If you like my videos, please subscribe, like, and my channel. Thanks a lot for watching my video.